Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Funday Monday in the morning. 10 a.m. No, it's actually 10:30 here. It's 6:30 in London, and it's 7:30 everywhere else in Europe, because per usual, England would be the one rebelling. Get it? Let's go ahead and stop doing colonial humor and celebrate the fact that it is Funday Monday on the Day 9 Daily, where ordinarily we learn to be a better gamer, but now it's time to dick around. And what's so great is I know that many people here in America are watching at work. Fantastic. Good to have you here. Hello to your boss who's standing right behind you. Oh my God. Oh, you shirking your responsibilities. I've always wanted to know what kind of excuse has ever been given when I'm on, because what is this? Let me just stop and fix this gear that developed in my hair. Let me flatten it. There we go. That's perfect. God, I look hot. I should just go stand in a Starbucks and just kind of eye people as they come in, so that way they can be flustered. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, excuses at work. Like, what do you do when I'm on? I'm clearly not of any value to anything. Not coding. Maybe if you're in a library, you can get away with his research. He's telling me about colonialism, actually, is what the topic was. It's never... And I'm always curious what people's worst experiences coming up with some sort of work avoidance schema, because I think that's happened to everyone. Like, I consider myself a pretty good worker. I'm fairly diligent, but there's always the times that come up where I'm like, I'm not doing that. No, absolutely not. One of the most basic ones is when I do my laundry and it's done drying. The dryer is now my hamper. It is my dresser. I will go to the dryer to get my socks, and I'm just not moving it until someone else needs to do the laundry. It was really bad. And actually, here's a great story. I was in college, and at Harvey Mudd College, you don't do the grading. Or the teachers don't do the grading for the homework. Students do the grading for the homework. So there was my favorite class ever, combinatorics, with Professor Arthur Benjamin. And I took it my sophomore year, so when I was a senior, I did the grading for the class. And I was largely doing it because Professor Benjamin offered, and I was like, you're the man, Prof. B, yeah! And I was just like, let's do it. Never occurred to me that I was taking like 18 credits in my last semester while trying to graduate and write a thesis. And then I took on this combinatorics grading. So my roommate and I, Kevin, we were just not very responsible with this sort of thing, and Prof. B knew it, so he just made another guy named David, the head grader. Of the three of us, one of them needed to be a head grader, just so Kevin and I could have that external pressure of someone else to report to force ourselves to actually do a non-zero amount of work. So, when Kevin and I would... Oh, by the way, David never even took the class. He was just so smart that he just knew all the answers anyways. So we get the homework from the students, and David's like, okay, so there's 6 problems. And you and Kevin live next to each other, so how about I'll just do the first 2, and then I give you guys the homework, and you grade the other 4. And we were like, oh yeah! Oh, totally, absolutely, no problem at all. It'll definitely be done by Tuesday at 5 p.m. And he's like, oh, I mean, you can give it to me by Thursday if you want. I'm like, no, listen, David, it'll definitely be done Tuesday at 5 p.m. Hands us the homework, and Kevin and I go back to our suite. And Kevin's like, here, you take the homework. I'm like, no, you do it, dude. He's like, no. And what happens is we just put it down in the hallway. And then when I left, Kevin just put the stack of papers in front of my door out in the hallway. We didn't even want it in our rooms. And then I would come home and pick it up in front of mine and just set it down in front of his doorway. And this literally would just go on for like... up till Wednesday. We've already blown past this deadline we didn't need to set for ourselves. And finally, we're getting to the point where we're actually hiding from David, literally. And Harvey Mudd is like a strip. There's the dorms at one end and the classes down at this end. So we'd literally be walking and be like, holy shit, there's David. And we'd like jump behind a bush. I'm not lying at all. And it was terrible because there's one cafeteria on the campus. So we would be going in, we'd be like eating our stuff and be like, dude, God, we really need to do that grading. Oh, God, giving each other like talks about responsibility. And that's really the whole point of this story, is that you need another person there to both empower you to just give up and, of course, empower you to be like, no, we're responsible. We're really great. Absolutely. 100%. We're going to get it done right tomorrow. So, We're in the cafeteria, and David comes in, and I go, oh shit, it's David! And we duck behind the drink machine. We're sitting there going, holy shit, we're hiding from David in the cafeteria. But of course, it's the only drink machine in the entire cafeteria. So David inevitably walks around the corner 5 seconds later and is like, oh, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, hey, what's up, David? And then we kind of slowly stand up, and then he's like, why are you hiding there? And we're like, oh, no, nothing. I don't know. And he's like, do you have the homework done? We're like, oh, totally. It's totally done grading, man. We're just going to give it to you. We're definitely going to give it to you by 5 p.m. tonight. 100% chance. It was literally the most impossible task to just get that homework graded, man. It was getting to the points where the students were coming up to me being like, have you graded our homework yet? I don't know if I'm failing the class or if I have a B. What the fuck, Sean? And I'm like, listen, relax. I definitely will have it done by 5 p.m. today. You do not need to worry. Now, this is a 4v4, where we see on District 10, my favorite map, we have the heroes Cutie Pie, Shell Shock, King of Blades, and Nominal. And it looks like the team in the bottom left already doing some pre-game chats, talking about some sort of strategy. Their enemies is going to be Juice Ito. Also is Rival. With extra letters for emphasis. Rex Towns. That is one of the awesomest names ever. And Wafflecopter. Much like the Rafflecopter, except of no nutritional value. Now, one of the reasons that in this week's Funday Monday topic, I said it could be of any format, is because I knew that not that many people would want to do the Planetary Fortress rush in a 1v1, but remember, the dumbest decisions you'll ever make are always with your friends. So we have 4 people about to make terrible decisions. We have Cutie Pie and King of Blades getting ready to Planetary Rush. Juice Ito. Maybe not good right by the pylons. Raffle, shit. Holy shit, I didn't see that. Oh shit, he actually canceled. Excellent. Cutie Pie. Cutie Pie, there you go. King of Blades with a hearty lol. Oh, with a strong pull. Meanwhile, in the center of the map, we see Nominal also building, along with Shell Shock. In the meantime, a Marine will be done in about 1 second. There it is. Heading down to the center of the map. Oh god, I gotta read this out loud. While I do the daily, I want you to note that about 60% of my attention is here in the game, and about 40% is over here in the chat. This is one of the reasons that I actually don't have a window of myself on this screen, why you can't see me, because it looks dumb to be like, alright guys, doing this. It looks like I'm that character from House on Haunted Hill. But one of the players was, one of the people in chat was like, is anyone experiencing lag? Is anyone else lagging? And Hitch251 says, no, it's totally lag-free for me in history class. Oh, man. Wait, you want the end of the story? What was the end of the story? I don't even remember the end of the story. What story were you guys referring to? What story? Seriously, what story? The story ending? Story ending? Ending story? End of the story? What was the story? Did I get the papers graded? What? No, that's the end of the story. What, oh, okay, well, here's a good ending. I was too, obviously, I didn't turn in my timesheets, right, to get paid. Because I wasn't getting the homework done, so why do you think I would have the motivation to be like, man, that was stressful not grading. Took 5 hours of guilt that week. I gotta get paid for that shit. So at the end of the year, I eventually was like, I would turn in 4 homework assignments graded at once, and it was staggered. And at the end of the year, I was just too guilty to turn in a timesheet, so I just never did. I just never turned it in. I was like, no one's paying me for this. I did not deserve to earn money for this sort of thing. Oh, and of course, people, look, G. Viviri in chat, I would have turned in timesheets and be like, yeah, that was emotionally draining for me. I need tissue and Red Bull and a bunch of Twinkies to stay up all night eating and drinking caffeine and taurine and vitamin B12. Ugh. Anyways, Looks like the Queen of Blades, one of the most powerful enemies in the entire StarCraft 2 universe, definitely divorced the King of Blades because he's a degenerate who Planetary Fortress rushes non-stop. Dang it, says King of Blades, late on these SCVs. Dang it, the King of Blades will never take over the galaxy at this rate. The Queen of Blades sends all her minions to destroy Char. King of Blades tries to land a building. King of Blades now, uh-oh, the first Planetary Fortress push. Oh no, oh, repair the building. Nominal, what are you doing with the building? He's gonna advance, no, he's gonna expand. Needs to get the repair up, get the repair up. Meanwhile, in King of Blades base, repair, get the repairing, get the repair. Oh, canceled. Things are not really going very well. Meanwhile, in the main base, we have the cannons trying to do short work to that Planetary. Planetaries just do incredible sums of damage. And it looks like, oh, the auto repair, King of Blades repairing the SCV, repairing the Planetary. It's not going to be enough. But Cutie Pie doing a little bit of Planetary assault on the right. In the main, middle of the map, no, not going to be enough. Needed 2 SCVs. Damn, says Nominal. Cutie Pie not giving up. More Planetaries coming on in. King of Blades continuing to push. Continuing to push. And it looks like Zerglings from Rex Towns. Rex Towns. That sounds like a high school gym coach. Rex Town, Randy Town. Nominal now doing the wall off. Again, you are permitted to build Marines. You're not restricted from building units. You just have the Planetary Fortress push as best as possible. And because we are in the company of friends, we will make bad decisions. I don't know if you have someone in your life who empowers you. I do. His name is Kevin, and he lives through this wall and one more wall, and there's his room. No matter what terrible idea it is, Kevin is in. Hey, Kevin, do you want to go buy 4 pounds of crumble cheese-filled coffee cake? And he's like, let's do it and eat it all tonight. I'm like, yeah. No matter what it is, I could be like, hey, Kevin, you want to take some Ambien and cut off all our hair? He's like, I got scissors. No matter what it is, man, he is all in. Do you want to play Drinking Settlers? Every time someone rolls a 7 or steals from you, you take a shot. And I have just given all the evening Europeans something to do when the daily's done. Oh God, oh no, Rival attacked with any number of Marines at all. And thusly the front is starting to fall down. Rival, oh, shell shock! With the incredible SCV control, and Cutie Pie is going to try to break the front. His command center is now landed. Going to try to find somewhere else to make a home. Planetaries continue to move forward. I don't really know what's going on here, but in the meantime, we see a lot of Planetaries moving through the middle of the map. A Planetary fleet. The front is under some serious pain. Oh, it looks like they've been distracted by the Planetary floating to the right. Command Center is moving in. Mass landing. Wafflecopter with a ha-ha. He's having the fun, too. Cutie Pie with a distractatory. And there it is. Yes, up, come. Nominal, continue to advance. The King of Blades, not ashamed at all that his wife is cheating on him with Jim Raynor. Continues to Planetary push, has now taken down Juice Ito. Juice Ito, the cannoning, double gatewaying Protoss, unable to withstand the force of multiple Planetary invasions. There's the mule repair. Nominal, stepping on in. Shell Shock, you gotta land it. Shell Shock, you gotta land it. Where's the mules? Where are the mules? Needs to mule repair. The turret did a little bit of damage. Juice Ito, oh my god, getting revealed completely naked on the minimap. The command center taking some hits. Rex Town's gonna try to step into the action, but ladies and gentlemen, we now have a finished Johnny 5 clearing up the problems. And if you didn't know, Planetary Fortresses are unbelievably good against Marines. In the meantime, the distraction has given the King of Blades enough time to go take out Rival. Whoa, might we actually win this? Yay! Oh no! Oh no! A Mutalisk and Mutalisk. What do we do? What do we do? Muta, says Nominal. Muta. Build turret fast. Turret, 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 turret. Mutas. Oh no, oh no. Quickly continue the Planetary Fortress offensive. I don't know if anyone has high-sec auto-tracking. Build farther away. Doing the leapfrogging. And in the meantime, Rival, now starting to hollow out, realizes that the main bases are completely vulnerable because these guys really don't do anything but build planetary fortresses. King of Blades and Cutie Pie now establishing control of this main at the right, and it looks like the missile turret invasion is going to be successful. The Mutalisks fall from the sky with a hearty That's actually much more of a Brood War Mutalisk impersonation. Now they just sound kind of pedophilic. Killing things off. Looks like, oh no, attacking his own Planetary! What is the mutiny about? See you later, Planetary. It looks like Rival will eliminate the main base of Nominal. King of Blades in a little bit of a bind, but re-expanding. Cutie Pie taking this main. And it looks like more missile turrets still trying to be constructed. Wafflecopter just getting as much evidence as he can that Planetaries are indeed good against Marines. The Planetary walk continues. The King of Blades doesn't have enough range to shoot at the hive, but he can take down this geyser if he has enough time. Rival starting to move forward. Do they have any defense at all? Rival begins to step into the fray. Up in the main, we see more command centers, more missile turrets going down. Rival, though, up against the Planetary. Well, says Nominal. Floating away with nowhere to go. Getting crunched. Oh yeah, King of Blades. Wait, you can build Marines, can't you? There's nothing wrong with building Marines. Oh, I forgot I can build Marines. There you go, no big deal. A couple of Overlords getting taken down. And it looks like the Planetary completes. See you later, Infestation Pit. And King of Blades and Cutie Pie have done a good job just sort of waltzing Planetaries all the way up into the main base. Nice. Really good, really good. Wafflecopter's relocated a little bit. But overall, things are looking pretty good. It looks like Rival has kind of taken a little base of his own down here up in mid. But alright, Cutie Pie building more turrets. It looks like the only threat to us now is going to be them mutas. 10 Mutalisks on the field, 37 drones, and look at our Planetary Fortress team. SCVs, Marines, and Mules. It's like a low-level Heroes of Might and Magic 2 army. Rival starting to step down into this general area, establishing control of the gold, while King of Blades takes more and more bases. The Mutalisks slowly hollowing out these Planetary Fortress setups. But Cutie Pie and friends, oh no, no structure armor, no high-sec auto-tracking. And because we are with friends, we feel empowered to do stupid things. Planetary Fortresses still staying strong. Any Planetary he finds, he will try to take down, but with but a single set of SCVs can easily establish control. Again, the Mass Marines from Wafflecopter trying to clear out anything as Nominal does more long-range Planetary invasionationing. And now Rival stockpiling a couple more Marines. I don't really think will be able to contribute. Try kiting into missile turrets in Planetary Fortress. Building kiting coming up. Wafflecopter continuing to confirm that Planetary Fortresses are just great against Marines. Greater than anyone had ever imagined. With Marine turret, SCV, Planetary, and oh, Marines from the King of Blades himself. Rival /P's the game. More command centers from Nominal with their long-range duties done. And sometimes when you make bad decisions, good things come out of it. Just ask the makers of Jackass. Looks like Rex T owns. Doing his best to continue to make as many Mutalisks as his little fingers can. But with this sort of Planetary Muta, missile turret kiting, it ain't gonna be so good. So as I plus speed it up, just be amazed that these guys went 4-way Planetary Fortress pushing. Not just rushing, but pushing throughout the game. Rextown's the only player standing. Wafflecopter still building Marines. Does he have a tech lab to upgrade those Marines? I think he wants to do just one last empirical check. Oh, he does have +1 armor. That'll help against the 40 damage dealt out per shot from the Ibex cannon. Marines are good against Marines. Rextown gets out of that game. Shell Shock continues to step into the fray. Jusito, remember, what is one thing that always reigns true? No matter how you end up losing, you always have a team to blame. King of Blades continuing to advance with an armada of command centers. Everyone gets out of the game. Hats off to you, kind sirs, for performing brilliantly in DAT 4v4. So good. We're now going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we have 2 more brief games to close out the first ever European Daily of the week. Keep in mind, it's Euro Week all week long, and it will conclude with Mana Battles. On Sunday morning on the Europe server. Woo! 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 Woo!